The morning mist clung to the Texas plains, curling around my boots as I stood frozen, my breath snagging in my throat. A white metal fence, its red letters screaming property line, HOA restricted access, barred my ranch gate. 2 rental trucks squatted on the road, caging me on my own land. A sign, lashed to the fence, flapped in the breeze, HOA ordered closure. NO compliant. Access denied? My pulse roared. I'd never joined an HOA. My ranch, 80 acres of rugged fields, streams, and freedom, stood a half-mile from the polished sprawl of Willow Creek estates. Why were they chaining my life? I grabbed my phone and dialed the sheriff. Willow Creek stirring trouble, Deputy Tom said, his voice clipped. They claim you're breaking their rules, but they've got no hold on your land. This is trespassing. He promised a patrol, though they were slammed. My eyes caught a gleaming SUV with the Willow Creek logo idling just beyond my property. Inside, Margaret sat, sipping coffee, her smirk sharp as a blade. I'd met her at a town hall, Willow Creek HOA president, all honeyed words and iron control. Now she eyed me like I was a weed in her manicured world. I stormed over. She cracked her window. Morning, she purred. This is for safety. Safety? I snapped. You've locked me in. Your gate's eagle statue is too aggressive, she said, ice in her voice. And your fence violats our standards. The board voted. I was floored. This is my ranch, not your subby shown. She shrugged. The road to your gate? Ours now. Rezoned last month. Notice went to an old address. She raised her window, typing on her phone, dismissing me. That fence wasn't just steel, it was a declaration of war. I swore I'd tear it down and claim the road. Margaret thought she ruled, but she'd picked the wrong fight. Trouble had been simmering. After my wife's death from cancer 3 years ago, I quit my construction job to care for my daughter, Emma, 9, who used a walker due to a neuromuscular condition. We moved to this ranch for peace cattle, a pond, endless skies. My 5-acre plot near Willow Creek seemed ideal. Their HOA focused on upkeep, not tyranny. Or so I thought. Margaret's board demanded I repaint my fence, remove my eagle statue, and crate my dog, Rusty, after dark. Fines stacked up. When they surveyed my access road for traffic calming, I opted out, ignoring their legalistic notices. My mistake. The blockade was their gauntlet. Tom arrived, grimacing. Willow Creek's overstepping. The road's a legal gray zone, county botched the transfer. He suggested outbidding them for the road's lease. I called my friend Sarah, a former county clerk. The whole road? She asked. Every inch, I said. And they'll pay to cross it. With my SAVYNGS and Sarah's know-how, we navigated the county's red tape. At the hearing, Margaret's board accused me of fracturing community harmony, but the clerk ruled, Road 22C was mine if I maintained it. I signed, and Margaret got my letter. HOA vehicles owed a due law $5,000 monthly toll, tripling their dues. Victory burned hot, but Margaret's retaliation was venomous, spilling far beyond my ranch. It was a Tuesday afternoon when the world shattered. I sat in my truck outside Pine Grove Elementary, waiting for Emma. Despite her condition, she was fearless, her smile brighter than the Texas sun. I parked far enough to let her feel independent, close enough to watch her purple walker inch along the sidewalk. She was beaming, probably eager to show me her latest drawing. Then I saw Margaret's black SUV in the no parking zone, her voice raging into her phone. Known as Prowler Meg, for her HOA patrols, she was a terror. Emma tried to pass, her walker grazing the SUV's bumper. No damage, just a nudge. Margaret flung her door open, nearly knocking Emma down. "What are you doing?" she screamed, drawing stairs. "This car's worth more than you." Emma stammered. "I'm sorry, ma'am." "You crippled brat." Margaret spat, towering over her. I was out of my truck, vying through parents 20 feet away, when Margaret pulled a pistol from her purse. My heart stopped. "Put it down!" I roared. Screams erupted. Emma's walker caught the curb. Margaret waved the gun. Your kind shouldn't be out here. Whether by malice or mistake, a shot cracked across the schoolyard. Emma collapsed, blood staining her shirt, her walker clattering. I dropped beside her, pressing my jacket to her shoulder. Graze, not fatal, but bleeding fast. Daddy, she whispered, pale. The lady shot me. Margaret stared at the gun, dropped it, and sped off in her SUV. Call 911! I yelled, memorizing her plate. The next hours blurred. Ambulance, ER, doctors stitching Emma's wound as I held her hand, her courage breaking me. Deputy Carl arrived. We've got a mess, Mason, he said. Her husband's cozy with the police chief. She claims it was an accident, says Emma threatened her. She's 9 and uses a walker. I growled. 20 witnesses plus cameras. He nodded, but his voice was hollow. That night, Emma clung to me. Will the angry lady come back? Never, I promised, unsure. By morning, Margaret was released without bail. My neighbor Tim warned. She's spinning it since Emma attacked her. Some buy it. Her husband's got pull. He added. Some folks resent special needs kids at school, say they slow things down. Rage surged. Emma's mind was sharper than most. A Marine vet with 6 years as a recon specialist, I knew strategy. Tim urged. Fight smart. Margaret's got dirt. She escalated. One night, my Gates handcrafted emblem father's work was stolen, the post sawed off. A sign read, You don't own US. Rusty barked wildly. Trail cams caught 2 masked men in a white truck. I sat up with my rifle, filed a report, and added a steel gate, trespassers prosecuted. Then a backhoe tore into my road, Margaret directing a crew for safety repairs. They hit a water pipe, soaking her. Tom stopped them, do la 10,000 in damages. I filmed her retreat. At an HOA meeting, recorded by Tim, Margaret ranted against dangerous kids with equipment, silencing dissent with threats. I dug deeper. Courthouse records showed Margaret's 3 prior harassment suits, mysteriously dropped. HOA expenses matched her La VYSH vacations. Her gun permit, twice denied, was approved after her husband's bank loaned the police chief a vacation home. School cameras proved Emma's innocence. Parents rallied furious. Online posts demanded justice. I formed the Free Plains Alliance with 5 ranchers, our bylaws a shield. Margaret sued, calling my road ownership a hostile grab, her PR campaign painting me as a menace. Hate mail flooded in. Then my power cut-out generator and pumped dead. 2 signal jammers sat at my land's edge, notes taped on, quit or you're done. Tom seized them. My PI, Lucas, traced them to Margaret's husband, Victor, VYAA's shady purchase. Charges filed. Headlines blared, HOA head spouse and sabotage plot. I took EVY Denke to Detective Lisa Tran, who replaced Carl after my complaints. The Thompsons have pull, she warned. But this cover-up reeks. Days later, Margaret was rearrested, assault, illegal firearm possession, HOA fund misuse. Her gun had a hair-trigger modification. Emma's recovery was brutal. Nightmares of the gun lady haunted her. She feared school. Her shoulder scar was a cruel mark. Classmates sent cards. Her teacher brought books. Neighbors cooked and raised funds. I held a community meeting. This isn't just about Emma, I said. It's about justice. Residents demanded Margaret's ouster. A new threat emerged. Apex Realty, tied to Victor's bank, offered triple my ranch's value, planning to raise it for condos. I refused. My lawyer, Ali VYA, warned of rezoning ploys. The alliance petitioned, citing my ranch's historic roots. Apex, backed by Deputy Mayor Laura Margaret's ally, pushed eminent domain. At a town hall, they smeared me as a progress blocker. I crashed it. You don't erase my daughter's blood for condos. Cheers shook the room. My Don't Pave Our Pain campaign went viral. At trial, Margaret's lawyer painted her as a scared leader. But evidence cameras, emails calling Emma. That kid! The gun's modification damned her. Emma testified, voice steady. I said sorry, but she shot me. The jury convicted her in 3 hours, 7 years. Victor sold their house and vanished. The HOA reformed, banning discrimination. The school added cameras and a crossing guard. Emma's confidence grew, her scar now a hero mark. A year later, on our porch, she asked, Can bad people change? Some can, I said. But good people like you make the world better by standing tall. My sign stands, Carter Ranch. Courage endures. They tried to fence us in, I bought the road. They tried to break us, we rose. And when they came for my daughter, they forgot who I was, a father, a fighter, and a man who never misses his mark.